Yo, it's your boy Betty, and today we do have two Blue Vortex with chapter 25. A little early today, which I'm really happy about. Obviously, when the official comes out, we can do basically a deeper dive into the review portion, talking about what happens here, and I'm definitely more than happy to do that. So hit the like and subscribe button, especially if you're excited for this. I know I am. And yeah, let's get into some Boruto. Yeah, so like I said, we got the chapter here. Anyway, so Konohama and his team return with the fawn soul of Matsuri. Will Moegi wake up? Looks like he's like... so you stick the fawn into the tree? That's what he's doing? Himawari's also there with obviously the new Inoshika Cho. Then we see like the sun sign. Looks like the sign of the sun. Moegi's getting released from the tree. Konohamaru-chan, because we all know there's only one person that calls him Konohamaru-chan. And listen, I think Konohamaru's had that moment where he's basically realized Moegi's the one for him. We're probably gonna see a blossoming loving relationship from here on. Even Himawari, man, she's like the audience right now. She senses it because obviously Konohamaru looks down at her, she looks up at him, and then they embrace. Even she's confused. She's saying, huh? Konohamaru-chan? And Boruto. Dude is always just got a sauce, man. Dude is watching over from above in the air, just hovering. I love that. Yeah, same here. Shinki's back to normal. Gaara's saved too. Wow, so we actually took some dubs. I was really surprised with the way it went down. I was kind of expecting there to be more of a crescendo. I don't know. Like, it felt easily resolved when Kawaki came about. And like, it's good, don't get me wrong. We got Moegi back, we got Shinki. But it's really surprising, actually, how quickly we were able to turn this around. Obviously, when it gets to the anime, I'm sure, yes, they will fledge it out. But in terms of the stakes, like, I don't know how I feel about Moegi getting brought back so quickly. Shinki, you know what, fair, because obviously Gaara's implicated. But Moegi, I mean, don't get me wrong, we got a death. Araya is gone, you know what I mean? So, you know, there were some stakes. Anyways, Gaara's saved too. He's badly injured, but it's nothing fatal. Because of the effects of the sealing jutsu, he still hasn't regained consciousness. But he should wake before long. I see. That's the most important thing. Shikamaru, elders are calling you. Yeah, I'll go straight away. Oh no, they're calling you because of Boruto. Let's be real. And we're not gonna get to see the convo? Because we're going somewhere else. There's no sign of any deterioration in your bones or muscles. Your internal organs look fine too. So what, the tree was keeping you alive? It's just your chakra flow is sluggish. I think it's because that tree was draining your powers. As for the symptoms, it's like a mild case of malnutrition. You know what's so interesting? It's Sakura here, but it's also Sarada watching from outside the room. And one of the things and one of the questions that we've all had is, one, how does Sakura feel about this whole situation with Sasuke? And also with Sarada, because Sarada's been seen as this outlier in the village. And she obviously believes your husband, you know, her father, isn't a traitor. But I'm assuming everyone else around you, including yourself, is assuming he is. So how do you square that circle? I'm very curious to see what her position is here and how she thinks about all of it. Because if there was anyone who would also be having second thoughts, because we've seen people like Shikamaru, Amado already come to some form of realization, even Konohamaru is starting to wake up, Sakura should also be in that category, you know? More than anyone, really, because of her relationship with Sasuke and Sarada, right? As for the symptoms, it's like a mild case of malnutrition. In any case, make sure to eat well and get plenty of rest. I'm so glad, Moegi-sensei. We got Sumire here as well. Sorry everyone, I've made you worry. Thank you, Konohamaru-chan. He's happy, man. He's happy. Yeah, hurry up and get better, okay? So, Sarada walks in. Sumire looks over. Hey, got a minute? To talk to Sumire? Yeah. Ooh, this'll be interesting. Well, good work. That mission was tough, huh? Huh. Yeah, I guess so. It's not even what she wants to talk about. She just wants to look. She wants to make peace. Because at the end of the day, both of you want to support Boruto. Sumire knows the position you hold, like Sarada. She does. That's why she wanted to say what she wanted to say. Because, like, she probably felt like she was losing the race. You know what I mean? You gotta be honest too, because that's what she was asking for. So, admit it. Sumire. Because then Sumire goes to speak first, and I'm assuming she was gonna say, I'm sorry. Is it okay if I call you that? Oh, because she said, how long am I gonna be class rep? Yeah. Yeah. Ada's watching, yeah! Of course she's curious. Sorry. I was, kind of insensitive about a lot of things. No, if anything, I'm the one who suddenly said something so rude. Back then, I was just so shocked I couldn't even find the words to say. Anyway, everything you said to me was just so true. I was being cowardly about your feelings. And about my own lack of ability. I kept turning my eyes away from the reality right in front of me. Back then, remember you asked me, right? Sarada, don't you care, huh? What do you mean by that? That was my honest feeling at the time anyways. I never even thought about it. Never even thought about him like that. But but at some point, I realized that I was spending more and more time thinking about him. Wow. That guy. He's always dealing with some kind of problem. So it seems really tough for him, right? As a teammate in the same squad, I can't help but worry about him. After a while, I started to not really understand my own feelings. I wondered if I was just caring about him as a teammate, or if it was something more. And the fact that my thoughts were drifting that way made me feel like I was a really bad person. I wonder, is it really okay for someone like me to aim to be Hokage? You're completely misunderstood. You're probably unconsciously deceiving yourself because of what Araya said to you. Sarada. But I've already stopped doing that kind of thing. Well, stop doing kind of, well, I'm confused what she means by that. I like Boruto too. She admitted it. Ada is shocked. The desire to be of help to him is what makes me stronger. I even feel like I could become Hokage. I've come to feel that way. I already knew a long time ago about your feelings, Sarada. It's completely obvious. We're even, right? Thanks for being honest and talking to me. Now that it's come to this, I'm not holding back anything anymore. Let's go, Sumire. This is such a lovely conversation, by the way, which is why I'm not saying that much, because it really is. So we're even. I'm guessing that's the name of the chapter. We're even or something. This isn't a joke. Of all people, you had to go and, while I wasn't around, unilaterally stir up an intense situation. Hey Sensor Team, respond. Connect me immediately. Who are you trying to get connected with? To those girls. Why? Why? What was Ada thinking? I'm curious about that. Is it stir up such an intense... It's like, okay, let me read that again actually, because this is so curious. This isn't a joke. Of all people, you had to go and, while I wasn't around, unilaterally stir up such an intense situation. Hey, Sensor Team, respond, connect me immediately. Is she feeling a little bit like she's behind now? Because we've had this feeling, I'm sure I'm not the only person here, that Ada's also started to develop feelings for Boruto. So is this why she's like, hold on a minute, now you're stirring up the pot. I thought I only had one competition, but now I've got two? You know what I'm trying to say? That's interesting. Boruto is literally building up the horizon. It's so interesting because I've seen Kishimoto, or like seen, you know, quotes from Kishimoto talking about how he never was really good like writing romance or writing love stories, which is why he kind of avoided that in the original Naruto series. So to see him go balls deep, if I'm being completely honest with you, with it here is so curious to me. I don't hate it. I love it. I love it in the story, but I just find that so curious. What made him? Or is this from like Kodachi? Was it Kodachi who was doing this before? Am I getting the names mixed up? Who was it? Ikamoto? Was it Ikamoto? The person who was doing writing Boruto originally. But yeah, I'm very curious. I'm very curious. Connect me to these girls, because you've seen Sarada and Sumire just skip away smiling, man. If I wonder what Boruto would feel seeing this. Would he even feel anything? Because I feel like, honestly, like, yes, Sarada might like him, but I reckon Boruto really does see her as like a friend, and if anything, more of like a sister than anything else. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, he wants to protect Sarada, but it's more from like, because Sasuke is his master, you know? So I don't know. I don't know. I still feel like Sumire's got a shot, and that's the one I'm putting my 2 eggs in. Anyway, so we go to the Uzumaki household. We see Himawari. She seems to be training, or like, it's almost like she's training to go into Sage mode. She's entered the Mindscape and she's training with Kurama? She's entered the Mindscape and she's training with Kurama. Do you know how freaking dope that is? We've never seen any other Jinchuriki do anything like this. We've seen obviously them try and take over their tailed beast, but not train in their mindscape with their tailed beast. Get trained by their tailed beast. And I wonder if, because I've had this question before, but seeing as this is a reborn Kurama, does this Kurama have the memories of the old Kurama? Could it teach Himawari the same techniques that Naruto knew? Based on the fact that he obviously was with Naruto all his life? Like, I'm curious about that. Anyways, yeah, we're seeing them throw hands, man. And it's quite I'm blown away by this. Like, we're seeing speed lines too, so yeah, I'm assuming this is base Himawari training with Kurama. Anyways, that's not it at all. You just don't get it. Listen, I'm not going to hit you. Don't rely on your arm strength. Use your leg strength and try to jump. It's all chakra. Everything is possible through chakra control. You can become more than an ordinary ninja. Yeah, it's like teaching her basically super strength, super speed using chakra, kind of like what Tsunade does, and Naruto as well, to be fair. I get that much. I am a ninja too, you know. No, you don't understand anything. After all, you're not just an ordinary ninja. After all, you're not just an ordinary ninja. On the contrary, you're someone who carries a tail beast inside you. What you are is what they call a Jinchuriki. Even though you're human, you're more like someone close to me or Jorah. Huh? Listen, we're not talking about who you are. The point here is strictly about the combat techniques you should use. This is nothing more than a lesson in that. Throw away common sense. Think of yourself as an embodiment of chakra itself. Everything starts from there. Even if you say that, none of it sinks in. I'm tired. That's enough for today. Wow. Just like that, you're getting on his nerves. She's a child, Kurama, man. You gotta go easy on her. Hey, wait a minute. And to be honest, damn, we kicked you out of the Mindscape. Jeez, we haven't even finished talking yet. Kurama. And Boruto is watching. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Why is he so saucy with it? Guys! Real talks though. Look at that. I was talking about going into the Mindscape, we've never seen anything like it, and obviously, yeah, we've seen conversations have been had. But all we see is Boruto's watching that, he closes his eyes, next thing you know, he's here. Oh, this is about to be crazy. What's gotten into you? Coming to make contact with me on your own. Boruto can just do that? Boruto could just do that. You're still sulking as usual, huh? Because you've somehow survived again. Living on carefree after nearly dying. I'm at the very bottom of despair, just like this. When you were killed by Kawaki, I should have just abandoned you. Now that reincarnation is impossible and I can no longer control your mind, my soul with nowhere to go. With your death. Wait, sorry, I read that wrong. Now that reincarnation is impossible and I can no longer control your mind, my soul is left with nowhere to go. With your death, I can break free from this curse. The only way is to disappear. I need to ask you something. I need you to lend me your strength this once. Don't make me laugh, just disappear. Well, listen. Of course, I'm not saying it will be for free. If you can defeat Jorah, then at that time, I'll give you this entire body. Huh? I'm still lost on that. But we kind of cut away from this. Boruto. Anyways, so we cut back to Sumire and Sarada. But Boruto himself probably doesn't even realize how we feel. Not just probably, he absolutely doesn't notice, right? Well, that's actually one of the things that makes him so great. Oh, they're just vibing, chatting about Boruto. And this is the end of the chapter. Driven by his mission, he stepped onto the path of a demon. What was Momoshiki's response to that proposal? Gosh, and that's the end of the chapter! Damn, you know what? We are definitely gonna have to do another, another video to this. Just doing a deeper dive, especially when the official comes out. Because yeah, I want to dissect this in a lot more detail, especially the conversation between Sarada and Sumire. You know, I've been waiting for that. I don't know about you guys. Some people might hate it, and I know some people might hate it. But listen, we've had so much action, so much glory, so many just hype moments, even character deaths. Like moments like these are still needed and warranted. Don't get me wrong, I wanted more, particularly with the Sarada. And just the fact that Sakura was there is surprising to me, because again, I know you're all thinking the same. What is she thinking? What's going through her brain right now? That's what I want to know. But nonetheless, it was definitely good, especially with Boruto and Himawari, man. Talk about it. All the Uzumaki are just dope, man. Anyways, absolutely dope. But let's get to the review portion. Let's dice it. Crazy dope chapter with chapter 25. I think it's titled We're Even, but I didn't actually get a chapter title or a cover page on this one. So yeah, we'll definitely do a second video to this for the official. I know it will come out tomorrow. I will be a bit busy, so the video will probably be like a little bit late, but that's why we did this one today. So we could at least cover everything, right? Cover everything and then go into a little bit more detail. Also kind of talk a little bit about some of the comments you guys might put down in the comment section. Just do, yeah, real deep theory dive, especially in terms of what we might get to see with the next one, because Based on this one, what I'm seeing is a deeper friendship be built between Sumire and Sarada. I'm seeing Ada wanting to get involved because she also has feelings for Boruto as well. I doubt that she's still feeling for Kawaki when Boruto basically can negate her abilities as well, right? In the same way. Himawari training with Kurama is actually really interesting. Again, they haven't really like revealed to us whether Kurama has retained his memories, because I'm wondering whether he will be teaching her how to use his abilities in a similar way that his previous Jinchuriki will. And it seems like he does have his memories, because obviously if he knows the concept of Jinchuriki, surely he understands that he had previous hosts, essentially, right? So I'm assuming that yes, this is the Kurama that we know and love, that he's basically just been reborn with the same memories. But it's funny seeing him get frustrated. She's just a child, man. Give her a break. Although she might be like, what, 11 now or something along those lines. Nonetheless, man, the main meat and potatoes of this was definitely Boruto coming and speaking to Momoshiki. Like, them being able to just snap into their mindscape and see the chakra in them, like in the form of Kurama and Momoshiki, is really interesting. Momoshiki, man, the drama, man. My dude is literally like, oh, woe is me. I'm gonna just live in despair now. Can't take it. Like, bro, you're not in Shakespeare. Like, just chill out. Give me your powers. That's clearly what Boruto wants. But him and that proposal is so surprising. Why are you just giving up your life? Have you just given up now? You know, you're just not gonna try and reclaim what was yours with your life. You're gonna let Kawaki just take everything that was yours now and then murk you at the end? Is that what, are we going to chapter 1? Is that what's happening here? I don't want it to be the case, but if Boruto's trying to be a martyr for the ninja world, man, it's kind of sad to see it happen. But nonetheless, absolutely dope. I really enjoyed it because I do like these moments here, especially when it comes to character growth like we're seeing with Sarada, character development like we're seeing with Sumire. No more class rep, you get what I mean? But I'm curious to hear what you guys thought, so definitely drop your thoughts down in the comments. Let's have a conversation about this. What did you like? What did you hate? What are you thinking will happen in the next one? Yeah, I'm very, very curious to hear about that. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you're a new viewer, hit the subscribe button. For everyone else that shows love, thanks as always. And this of course has been your boy Betty. So yeah, I really appreciate the love. Really appreciate you sticking it out to this one. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.